two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Gift started out as a band prepared to tackle big themes, big subjects. That's one of the sort of characteristics of the band. And in line with what one might call a sort of progressive rock heritage, the musical means of expressing those ideas has tended to be in what you might call long-form songs, pieces that are of considerable length, as opposed to a typical 4-minute pop song or 5-minute rock song. And as a result of that commitment to sort of long-form songwriting, the band has tended to be identified with what's generally regarded as prog rock. But there's all sorts of other influences that have found their way into what we do. You know, that's sort of in some ways part of the natural evolution, I think, from different influences finding their way into what we do.
I was in a band called the Raincatchers, and the drummer was a bloke called Gary Stannard, who's still a mate now, and Gary knew everybody, and he'd bring loads of people down to gigs, and I remember him saying, this bloke called Leroy's coming down, so we've got to be really good tonight. I said, why do we have to be really good tonight? He says, he's absolutely amazing, he's as cool as a cucumber. I met Leroy at that gig, and he came up, I didn't know him, and he came up and he said, that was good stuff, good songs. And that was the end of it. I didn't shake his hand, said thanks very much, and didn't hear any more of it. And then we lost our guitarist, so Gary, the drummer, said, what about Leroy? I thought he was too cool to ever want to join us. But he did, he joined us. And he was in the Raincatchers, we were in this band. And about 4 years later, I had some songs that I'd written and I wanted to record them. So again, Gary, the drummer who connects everybody, said, you're a bit down in the dumps. Why don't you get those songs recorded? Leroy's got a studio now. And one day, this is how the Gift started, right? And I was playing this pretentious piano thing. And he came up and he said, that's like progressive rock. He said, you should write a piece. Why don't you try something like that? And that one comment, you should write something progressive, stayed in my head, it wormed away up here. So I said, Leroy, I want to do this. And he said, yeah, I'll help you. And so over the course of 2 years, we created Awaken Dreaming, which was a story based on a kind of amalgamation of all the young guys that died over the centuries in wars. What if they all had this lucid dream one night saying, don't fight. But as soon as we did this thing that was totally going against the face of fashion, we got signed.
So, you know that chord sequence I sent you, which you sent you the names of it, of the chords, and I sent you a video of me playing it on the keyboards. I think it's an interesting chord structure, but I've only really got it on the 12 string. So maybe what we could try and work out is what sounds you think would work well for it on the keyboards, and even some kind of groove or rhythm to go under it. So shall I start by playing some of the chords through? What do you think? Mm-hmm. So it goes like this. I messed up the last bit, let me do it one more time. So, mistakes in real time. So the first chord's E minor, second chord's a B suspended fourth, the third is B minor, then a C major 7, then it goes to the G, then A minor 7, then B minor again, then C to brighten it up. Lead to a chorus on a G like this.
My dad would play demos in the car, especially Awaken Dreaming, that was a big epic. And I'd sit there listen to it like 100 times. In a way, listening to it all as a little kid and getting to perform on stage with my dad is really nice, you know? It's a really nice feeling, it's nice to be part of something, it's nice to be creative with him. I come from more of sort of a funk, jazz background with my drum. So it's always nice to include that different style in Gift songs. And I've tried to do that with established songs that Neil played on. So that's really nice. And try and bring, I guess, a more commercial edge to the Gift. And when you say commercial to prog rock fans, they don't really like it, right? is a sin, but I don't think it is, and I think, especially on Antenna, you saw a more mass appeal to some of the songs, which I think is really good. I think a problem with prog is it gets too into itself and too insular. So I really want to bring that commercial side in. I'm also looking forward to bringing a bit more of an electronic touch on music. We've talked about on the next album me programming some things. I'm a producer, and we've definitely had conversations about me bringing in, you know, analog synths and programming drums and all that stuff. So yeah, I think those are the things I'd like to bring, and I'm quite excited to bring them.
So if I sing, well, I'll do a la 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 for now. That sort of thing. So so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a standard change as it is up to the C7, but then it's. In fact, maybe it's. Do you think it's just on time? I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no accelerated change. I think it's just a case of the tempo. Because if I'm thinking of singing something like this, needs to kind of chug a bit actually, even though it's not going to be rocky. I think what kind of BPM is that?
Keep playing.
So.
That's it, isn't it? And I think that sounds a lot tighter, and it sounds a lot more together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happier playing that?
I'm happier playing that.
Well, then if you're happier, then
well, no, is everyone else happy with that?
Yes, yes.
Because I just felt that sounded a bit more together. Because before, it sometimes really hit and miss.
Yeah. Because I think what happens is when you do it like that, just doing that little kind of sort of polyrhythm thing.
Yeah.
It means that it isn't not being drowned out by crashes. Or
that's exactly it.
So it just you got the power to keep it down.
Yeah.
And control the.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And it keeps everything locked in.
What do you want to do then?
Should we go on?